Welcome back, everybody. My name is Octavian, and today we are talking about 10 things that you can do while on winter break. I want to say happy holidays to everyone. I know Christmas just passed. We're coming up on New Year's. This video is dropping on New Year's Eve. So happy holidays to everyone. Make sure y'all be safe, well, and everything. But yeah, this video is basically to go over some things that you can do while you're on break from school that is actually productive. You know, a lot of people, they take a break from school and they take it as a physical break, which is very important, a mental break from all the stresses and everything from school. But you also can use that time to still do something for your future to help out. So this video is going over a few of those things that you can do. And this video is for high school and college students, any person that really has that kind of window of break as well. So let's get into it. First I would say is you can work. Working is a lot of, it's a common thing that a lot of people do. Basically, when they have a break, usually for college students, a break is longer. It's about a month. So like in some places they don't hire for like that kind of window, but there is a lot of places that do when they're busy, that are busier during like the holiday season. So like Walmart is a good option, or Target or something like that. Like they hire temporary employees during the holiday season because they need workers. I know those shipping companies are always hiring. UPS, FedEx, Amazon, they're all hiring at pretty much all times of the year. So you can hurry up, pick up a job with them for like a month and get money there. Money is important for college students, considering we don't have much of it and you need to be able to pay for college. You know how expensive it is. In high school, of course, same thing. You want to have money to hang out with your friends, get involved with stuff like money. You need money at all points in your life. So getting a job is very important in doing that, and there's quite a few resources to do that. Secondly, number 2, you can also pick up a new hobby. Usually during breaks is a good time to kind of really figure out what you like, what you dislike and stuff, because you're out of school, so you don't really have a lot of commitments. If you don't have like a job or something like that, you don't really have a lot of commitments, and it's a lot of just your time, especially since we're in a pandemic, a lot more of you time, right? So I think that this is a great opportunity to figure out what you are actually interested in, what you want to try, things of that nature, because you have a lot of time in your hands to do so. So if you want to try out drawing or learning how to draw and artistry, that's something interesting. If you want to learn a new craft like cooking, if you want to learn how to cook, you can start trying to do stuff with that. Watching YouTube videos is heavy on watching YouTube videos is very beneficial because you can learn so much from them, and all different kinds of habits and skills. Learn how to do woodworking, anything. Like honestly, just picking up a new hobby or skill is something that is very productive for you, and something that you will definitely benefit from, because like you'll be learning more about yourself, and you'll be able to develop a skill that may be a conversation piece to help you meet more people, or figure out something that you really love that can end up changing your future for the better. So yeah, that's number 2. Number 3, I would say, is read. See, I am reading Steve Jobs' book, the biography about Steve Jobs by Walter Isaacson. So far, a great book. Continuing to read it for a minute. I'm going to hopefully finish it before the end of the break. But yeah, it's very interesting. I really enjoy it. But reading something that you really have an interest for is really good. I think that reading is always one of those things that is going to be an important skill, but also a very important hobby too, because the most successful people as far as like economically, they consistently read. They're always learning something, and it doesn't have to be anything like a biography about successful people or anything. It could be anything that you have an interest in. They could be reading from comic books and like animated magazines, graphic novels, to like biographies, or you could be reading fiction and fairy tales, fantasy kind of stuff, like anything like that. Like reading is super beneficial, stimulates your brain, helps you expand your vocabulary, learn interesting facts and information about maybe perspectives about the world, any of that. Like that reading just expands your mind, expands your knowledge and everything. And it's a great thing to do as a hobby. I consistently try to read whenever I have a break from like school or anything. So that is something that I heavily recommend if you have interest in it. Yeah. Number 4, I would say, is to look into the stock market. This is another one that I heavily recommend because I, as you've seen from the videos on my channel, I'm heavy into stocks, right? So I really enjoy learning about the stock market, how it works and everything. And the stock market's been going crazy. Like this year for the stock market has been unprecedented, as annoying as that word is. But it's been crazy. Basically, it's a lot of ups and downs, a lot of falls, and a lot of big come ups. Like it's been super volatile, and it's been super interesting to see. And a lot of companies have had major years gains in just like this sector, mainly like from like March to December, like in that 9-month span. People have gained so much wealth, and like the wealthy has gotten wealthier, the billionaires they've gotten wealthy. And I think that middle class and lower class people, they are not fully excluded from this, because from the time period of April to like August, there was a nice period where people were getting unemployment benefits, with the pandemic benefit as well, and then people were getting the stimulus, and then they also had the stimulus check. So people were getting a certain amount. Like some people were making like $1,000 a week. Like some people were getting $1,000 a week from the government, and they got to use it. And some people kind of blew it out of the water. They wasted it. They just spent it on lavish things to stimulate the economy, which fine, that's what you do. But some people saved it, also fine, that's what you do. But investing it is the way that you will gain wealth, and that's how you build wealth, generational wealth, all that jazz, right? So throughout this year, some people did invest, and they made a lot of money. There's a new term called Teslainaires, because people made millions off Tesla based off how crazy their stock shot up this year. Plenty of other companies that had crazy years, and I am going to make a video about companies that I believe in for 2021. I was successful in making a decent amount of gains in the stock market. So I think, I'll recommend other ones that I think will have a good year for 2021, based off my own research. But I recommend other people do research and try to learn, try to look for companies that may be on the rise and come up, and definitely and watch my videos, because I will try to help you as well in that category. Number 5 is workout. This is a common thing that people heavily delay and put off because they say they don't have enough time or whatever. You have a lot of time now. You have a lot of time. And even though all those gyms are closed, home workouts, which again on my channel I have multiple videos describing my own workouts and tools that you can use to be able to work out at home, that you can get on Amazon that aren't too expensive relatively. You can go out and work out, like especially because like you can go outside and like do a walk or a jog. That doesn't cost anything. Like that's just free. That's just open air. You can do that. But also like doing like kind of like different cable exercises and everything, using like a kettlebell or strength balls, the weighted balls. Like you can use those kinds of things as well if you want to buy those, buying weighted vests and stuff. Those kinds of things, like just working out in general, is always good for your health, your mental health, your physical health, emotional health. Like working out helps everything. So I highly recommend doing it, and you have no better time to do so when you have free time from break. When you are just bored and you just don't know what to do, instead of going on TikTok or I don't know, any other social media apps full time. Not saying that you can't do it on occasion or sometimes, whatever. You spend that time how you like. But way to be productive is also work out. Throw that in there. Throw a little hour workout in between the TikToks, and it'll be fun. You know, it will benefit you in more ways than one. So I definitely recommend that highly. Number six, I would say is to kind of do like I would say a cleansing situation. A cleansing, not physically, that's later on. I would say a kind of I would say like a cleansing of yourself, basically. So like school is very stressful, especially during the finals week when you're really worried about your grades, being on the borderline, all that kind of stuff. Cleansing yourself of all that stress is super important, and by that I basically mean do anything that is helpful for you to cleanse yourself, that's helpful for you to like relieve stress, right? So like I think like meditating and yoga, I think is very beneficial for me, at least in relieving stress. Working out is helpful. Doing hobbies I enjoy, whatever you enjoy, that is a great way that I recommend. You just cleanse yourself, relieve stress, because like watching sports, just like sitting down and watching sports, and that's a great way. I feel like it's cleansing because I get to just chill out, enjoy my time, and just not have any worry in the world. That's where I'm at, that peace standpoint. So I think that like you do whatever is beneficial for you in that same sense. Then 7, obviously, I would say is physically clean. Like clean your room, your house, any of that. That also relieves stress. That also is like a great way where you can kind of learn yourself, along with like the spiritual kind of mental cleansing, that kind of thing too. You also can learn about yourself when you physically clean as well. Like that also will do that. It's very beneficial as well. Like you love to have a clean room when it smells good and you just vacuumed or swept and everything. You light a candle. Like you can put some like those little wall air freshener sensors, like all that stuff. Made your bed, like that's great. That is a great feeling. Definitely recommend you do that as another thing that you can do that's still being productive while you are on break. Number 8, I would say, is reach out to friends. Now, again, I understand we're in a pandemic, so not saying that you have to physically engage with them, but reach out to friends and family that you may not have seen for a while, that you may not see for a while, with contact and everything. Like, send out text messages, be like, hey, I hope you're doing well, whatever. Would like to Zoom meet or FaceTime or whatever to talk to you, see how you're doing. Because a lot of other students, if your friends are in college or high school or whatever, they will be on break around the same time as you, so they will have that free time likely. And then you will be able to like reach out to them. And then a lot of adults, a lot of full-grown adults, they usually have vacation time between like Christmas and New Year's. They have like a week or something where they get to just chill out for a little bit. So they also get the opportunity as well, so you can reach out to them. Or if they do have to work, if they're like one of the essential workers, then you can, I don't know, try to reach out to them when they are on their way home, when they're driving to work or on their way home or something like that. In between time, like, so just taking the time to reach out to people that you care about, super important. And I think that is something very productive because it helps you build the relationships that you actually do care about and that you treasure. And it's good to make sure that those people know that, and to make sure to facilitate those relationships very thoroughly. What am I was at 8. 9 is to focus on your future as far as jobs, internships, that kind of thing. So a lot of jobs and a lot of internships put out information at the beginning of the new year, so around in January. Some do it a little bit earlier, at around December as well, for the summer. So and for graduates, I graduate in May and everything. So this is a great time to look into that, to be on your A game and start researching internships, jobs for those careers and paths that you're interested in, so you can get that experience and possibly go into those fields, or try to get just the experience in those fields and make those connections. Is also a good opportunity for high school students if you're looking for like those programs, those like kind of like fellowship programs, or like assistant, like guided shadowing programs, all those kind of stuff. Those are also released around now until like early January. They're commonly released early in the new year as well. So looking into those, saying when they'll release all the information, when you can start applying, all that kind of stuff. Super important to look into that, and it's a good idea to go and actually just figure that out. And yeah, you'll really benefit from that, especially because like you'll be ahead of the curve. A lot of people won't be into it. A lot of people won't actually be thinking about it, but you'll be up there, and you'll be one of the top of the list because you're really getting on your A game and putting in the work for that. Lastly, I would say is to rest. I know it's slightly contradictory to what I said about being productive, but all of the things in total are important, but also important is your stability as far as a person. Like, of course, it's a break for a reason. So I would recommend you to also take time to just rest. Rest could be whatever it means to you, I guess. If you're resting as far as like actually sleeping, catching on your sleep, that could be your rest. But then also just like laying down and like just being with your thoughts, or just sitting, just like staring off into space, that could just be being in your position of rest. Or just going for a walk and then allowing your head to clear, or going for a walk and playing music or something. Just like all of those things count as rest, because it's kind of like it's a production of like you are clearing yourself. It's like related to the cleansing thing, where you're kind of cleansing yourself, but then it's also like it's helpful in you just not doing anything because it's mindless. It's like mindless, aimless kind of motion that you're doing, or lack of motion, and that could just be your resting state. So and if that's what you need, then all for it, go do it. I definitely recommend that. So yeah, those are my 10 things that I recommend you doing over your winter break, to stay productive, I guess. Stay kind of in the loop. Bonus one, 11, if you want to. It's not. This is why it's a bonus. It's school related. Is look into your upcoming classes for the next following semester, and kind of look at what you need for classes, whether it be you need like a textbook or anything. Usually textbooks be selling out during the first few weeks of the semester, or the prices skyrocket and they surge the prices and everything because there's a high demand for it. So you can get on the grind early, find the books before they're sold out, find them discounted, whatever, and get them beforehand. But that's only if you want to. You don't. It's not managed. It's not like nothing essential, nothing really required. It's just something that if you have the time, if you have the interest or whatever, and you want to do that, or you're short of money or something, you really need to make sure you get these books. Go ahead. It's also a bonus because some classes don't require the books. It's on the syllabus, but they don't require it. And I usually personally wait until the class actually starts for the professor to be like, oh, yeah, we have the book, or we're providing the book for you. Here's a discount code or any of that. I usually wait till they tell us do we actually need the book, and then if they have any discount codes or free options, or if they know about it, because they always assign the book every semester or something, so they usually have an inside scoop on where to get the book or how to get the book or anything like that. So that's the video though. Thank you all for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share. Everyone, any bored college students or high school students that need something to do, tell them to watch this video, because this will be something to get your gears going. You don't have to do anything in this video. You could, but hopefully it could spark something out of you that you'd be like, oh, that's actually a good idea. I actually want to do this, or yeah, that okay, cool. I'm not gonna do any of that, but I actually thought about this when I was watching the video. That's fine. That's great. That's exactly what I want to do. Inspire. Great. That's it. So yeah, thank y'all for watching. I'll catch y'all later. Peace.